What's up, fight fans? I'm Jake Otto, and welcome to Boxing and Jedi's Tavern. And today, I want to talk about a specific topic and a fighter. Now, before I do, I just want to say, you know, it's Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas, and I hope you guys get exactly, everything that you wanted. Uh, you know, the boxer I speak of is Keith Thurman. Now, let's get into it. He's coming back. Yes, he is. He's been saying some things about certain fighters. He doesn't really think too much of Sean Porter from what he was saying. At the same time, he really doesn't respect Terrence Crawford. Okay, not a problem. On top of that, he said some things on Pacquiao. Now, let me just say this: some people are with agendas where they feel like he's ducking Errol Spence Jr. Okay, I can understand that, but at the same time, there are certain things that people that are saying this with facts that Keith Thurman has as to not excuses but facts, legitimate reasons as to why he wasn't able to be in the ring when he said he was going to be in the ring. And these guys went as far as saying he was ducking them and sparring and all this other bullshit, and it was just bullshit. And at least he didn't do that. But what he did do was he went as far as saying, first of all, let me talk about the Pacquiao. I think when he's speaking of Pacquiao, he's counting his chickens before they hatch. Now, those that think that Keith Thurman is going to do something as to what Tyson Fury did against a Pacquiao, you're bugging the fuck out. Totally different dynamic, especially in fight style. So you can forget about that shit. I think that if Keith Thurman, after Josecito Lopez, was to take a Manny Pacquiao fight, he will get washed. He will get washed. He would definitely get washed by Manny Pacquiao. I'm not saying that I don't like Keith Thurman or anything like that. It's just he's expecting us to hold him to a very high expectation. You know what I mean? He wants us to hold him to an expectation. As to where he left. You know, when he left, he was unified. He was on top of the division. And now he's coming back and he's talking like he still is. And first I just want to say he's counting his chickens before they hatch them. Of course, every champion has a right to speak the way they want to speak. Oh yeah, I'm the best in the world. I'm taking this guy. I'm taking that guy. Okay, not a problem. You have a right to say that. But now you do not. And I repeat, you do not have a right to go around and count your chickens before they hatch, especially on such a long layoff. On injuries as well, I think you should concentrate on Josecito Lopez before you go and do that. Now, he went also as far as to say that, Terrence Crawford hasn't done anything at 147. Well, I beg to differ. Okay? You know, you are the only one at 147 right now that's able to talk all this shit because you unified. Okay, but not anymore because of, your inactivity, because of your injuries. Okay. But Terrence Crawford, 147, first fight in. What did he do? Right? You didn't even do that. Uh, he's already got a nice title defense under. His next match, we're gonna see who it is. But what I'm trying to say is, you didn't like when Paulie Malignaggi, told you, get your weight up, get a strap, right? Errol Spence Jr. told Terrence Crawford, when you get a strap, we can talk. And where is he? You also alluded to that. And where are you? So now you're going as far as saying that you don't respect him. Well, not even as far as respecting him, but you don't see nothing special about him, and he's not okay. No problem. Why don't you take a Terrence Crawford next? I think he's free. So I think maybe 3 months after this fight that you have, in February or something like that, or March or whatever the fuck, maybe 3 months after that you can take him on. I would like to see that, because I thought you were gonna come back humble, and you're not coming back humble. Now I'm not saying this because Terrence Crawford is one of my, one of the fighters that I follow in this era, because I also follow Keith Thurman. The thing I don't like is Keith Thurman is super cocky for no reason, and that shit'll get you fucked up. Now Keith Thurman may be the next to Pacquiao, next to next to Errol Spence at 147, he may be one of the guys that actually fight and that are elite or whatever in this era. But the thing here is you haven't been elite for a minute, and that's gonna take a while, and we still have to see exactly how far you go after Josecito Lopez. So everybody that's following Thurman, I understand. You can revel in his banter. There's nothing wrong with that. But now you're gonna have to fucking see the truth here, where he's talking a little bit too much shit. And if you're gonna and when we talk about standards, because they want to be held to the highest standard, well, we got to hold them to the standard. So if you want to be held at a high standard, no doubt. So then here you go, Keith Thurman. I'm holding you to the highest standard in this Josecito Lopez fight. Since you're talking flashy, since you're talking and you're trying to down people that have put in work while you were fucking absent, you know what I mean? I'm gonna hold you to it. So that means that there should be no mistakes, right? You should be up to par to what you said, right? This is where you want us to hold you, so we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna do this with every fighter that that is inactive, comes back. Wants to be held at the same standard. No. So I'm gonna hold you to that. And when I hold you to that, I want you to understand that if you fail, I'm going to critique you. I'm going to really, really, really critique you. And I'm not gonna hold back. So I just hope that you come back as star-studded as you say that, you know what I'm saying, you're coming back as. And I hope other fight fans do what I'm doing as well and start holding these fighters at their you know what I mean? Because Keith Thurman, let me tell you something. I wasn't expecting much from you. I called this a tune-up, but you're not taking this as a tune-up. Obviously, you know something, right? You know something. Okay, it's a win-win for you and for me because I'm a Thurman follower. So if you get by Josecito Lopez very fast, fine, no doubt. That'll just show me that okay, it's good to hold you up to the standard that you are, but not just yet. Even though after that, because after that, then you would have to fight someone credible to be put right back on that mantle, right? Right, of course. So Josecito Lopez right now is basically in a big question mark as to your skill and your performance as well. So I'm just gonna take what you said about wanting a Pacquiao fight way ahead of time without even knowing if you would even qualify for that, if you would even get past Josecito Lopez. I'm not saying that every fighter has no right to not doubt themselves, but every fighter does not have a right to try to down other fighters, knowing that the other fighters have put in fucking work while they were absent. And let me tell you something, that while you were gone that time, Thurman, for you to say that Crawford ain't do nothing at 147, Crawford wowed everybody twice so far. Wowed everybody louder than what you wowed us. So I would be a little bit more careful with what you say, because as you can see, the guy that I'm not saying you're ducking, but the guy that you are avoiding for the meantime, right, is avoiding this guy that you say that it's really that it's really nothing, nobody special, that he hasn't really done anything. A lot of your fans would go out as far as to say that you would wash Terrence Crawford. Styles make fights, and I doubt that very much, bro. On top of that, you know what else makes fights? You know what else makes fights? When you're active. You know what I mean? And Terrence Crawford's hands is warm, yours are not. And Josecito Lopez, if you was to take a Terrence Crawford after Josecito Lopez or Pacquiao after Josecito Lopez, you would not be. You would get fucked up. You would get fucked up. Whatever injuries you have, whether it's shoulder or hand or both, you still have to test that. And to go up against a Terrence Crawford or Pacquiao, who have no injuries, who have proper punching, who place proper punching, who are mentally, smart in that ring as well. It's going to be a possibility where we're going to question, are you on Terrence Crawford's level? See, because let's just say, right, that you happen to take him as the next fight. Then what happens? He right, let's just, and then he beats you. Then he would have done even more than what you had then, and he would have wowed us even more than what you have wowed us. Because he would have unified partially, right? But I have a feeling that that's not going to happen. See, this is what, and I'm sorry, Thurman, I'm going to have to throw you there because that's the outfit you wear. These PBC fighters, they always call top ranked fighters or everyone else out. They always say this, they always say that. And they never sign contracts. They never show and prove. You know what I mean? Never do that. They never do that. And it's been shown. It's been shown so far. So I just don't understand where these guys come from with all this bullshit. It could be banter, yes, yes. It could be banter, but he means what he's saying. And if that's what pulls him forward and drives him, no doubt. But he means what he's saying about Terrence Crawford. He means what he's saying about Manny Pacquiao. As to if he was to fight Pacquiao, I don't think you get past Pacquiao. Pacquiao would be too fast for you. He would have you on the defense, and to tell you the truth, I think he would neutralize you. Even though there's really nothing so far right now from what we've seen from the last two fights you had before you even, you know, uh, you showed up, you fought, but it wasn't anything that impressive, and we still have to, you still have to see if Manny Pacquiao's going to get past Broner, right? Because anything can happen in a fucking fight, right? So let's not even go there either, because let's look at it as well as this. Not even on Thurman's perspective. Let's look at it in Pacquiao's perspective now. Suppose Pacquiao don't get past Broner, then what good would a Thurman fucking Pacquiao fight do for you or us? Nothing really, because if Pacquiao loses to Broner, then we would have to say Pacquiao hang it up. There will be no other. There'd be nothing left for Pacquiao to do. Nothing after that. If he can't beat Broner. Now, if he beats Broner, then goddammit, yeah, he should hunt you, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, and Sean Porter down. Definitely. Definitely. Just like if you get past Josecito Lopez and another credible opponent to put you back on that mantle, you shall start your hunting as well as defending. So Terrence Crawford is already, letting you guys know that he's been looking for y'all. It's just what's going to happen here is Al Haven is going to hold y'all, and he's going to give y'all a script to say, all this shit, just like he's giving Errol Spence Jr. the script to say who Arum talking to. Who Arum is talking to about making a Crawford fight. That's all ducking, because Arum already, it's been out there already, it's been proven that Arum is trying to make this fight, and it's it was a spokesman for Al Haymon that came out and said when Al Haymon wants to make the Crawford Jr. fight or the Wilder Joshua fight, he will make it. So it's all on him. It's go check it out. It's out there. Go ahead, do the research. It's there. It's fucking crazy, guys. So all this bullshit with agendas and stuff. Once again, you see, this is why it gets broken down to. So you got to understand that Thurman, okay, he's saying what he's saying, but he's counting his chickens before they hatch. He's also fucking up at the part where he's not giving credit where credit is due, and he's gonna land on a lot of fight fans' bad side. And yes, that is important. Those guys that say that are fight fans themselves, that say, oh, fighters shouldn't give a fuck about what the fans say, then you should not get paid from that fight fan, because that fight fan, whatever pay-per-view or whatever the fuck it is that they're buying from you, adds on to that car note that you're paying off, that house, you know what I'm saying, diamonds you got around your wife's neck and all that shit counts, especially my dollars, your dollars as well. All that shit counts. So they have to listen to us. They have to give us what we want. So when fight fans see other fighters doing what they're supposed to do, especially doing it the way fighting the fights that the fighters have been asking for, like Terrence Crawford, and especially if they're trying to make these fights, but it's really the other side, you can't right away come out and say shit like that, because and then when it's your turn to try to make the fight, You're already talking about he's not impressive. To me, you're basically doing what Errol Spence Jr. did to you, what Paulie Malignaggi did to you. Now you're doing it, and you were supposed to be the guy to break that mold. You came out talking about the Mayweather this and the Mayweather mold that, and so you're supposed to come out and say, you know what? I would love to give Terrence Crawford an opportunity, and I respect what he's doing at 147. You gotta respect what he's doing at 147, regardless. It's two fights. The man came in at 147, watched the man that supposedly beat the man. You know what I'm saying? A legend. And we all know the legend got robbed. So it's like, come on. Come on, dog. Came back. They tried to tarnish the shit after or during the fight. Once they seen he was washing Benavidez. Try to bring up that shooting leg shit, these fucking biased and commentators. Benavidez said it had nothing to do with his legs. Stupid fight fans go with it because Terrence Crawford is achieving because he's getting closer to either you or fucking Errol Spence Jr. So it's like, you guys, Crawford, you gotta chill, bro. You gotta be humble, man. You were humble. But it seems like now, in order to be with PBC, you gotta be cocky, you gotta be irrational, right? You gotta say the most outlandish shit. And that's not fair, brother. That's not fair. At the same time, you should be very, very careful. Very careful with what you say with Terrence Crawford. I can't speak with Manny Pacquiao because Manny Pacquiao will just look at you and smile in your face like he's doing with Broner. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Broner, and whoever says Broner has the tools to beat Manny Pacquiao, no, the fuck he don't. Those tools are rusty, son. Adrian Broner never oiled his fucking tools down. He never used those tools. Them shits are rusted right now. Weather rusted. And Manny Pacquiao's tools are fucking to the point where his tools are still good, but they're worn. But they still get good grips. You feel what I'm saying? Analogies. So you guys gotta slow the fuck down. Manny Pacquiao's gonna get past Broner. And then what's gonna happen? I'm telling you, man, you want a Pacquiao, you're asking for him too early. You fuck around since you've been out. And they throw you under the bus. And they try to put you out there like the black sheep, like the bait, and put you with Pacquiao next, knowing you ain't ready. Even if you beat Josecito Lopez, because I gotta feel it's gonna be a sloppy ass fight. So once that happens, and you get in there on your second fight back, you're fighting a dude that was fucking going. Shut up. That fought. Fucking, I mean, it's just that was fighting, period. You haven't been. And one fight ain't gonna prepare you for Manny Pacquiao. See, Manny Pacquiao's that guy, he's that veteran. That's why he fits in this era. It's like, the vets that are still here, they fit in this era because it's like that's the man to beat right there, bro. So it's very valiant and very, very credible for you and very valiant for us to see of you that you want this Pacquiao fight. You would like a Pacquiao fight, but I don't think that a Pacquiao on a maybe the third fight, yeah, but the second fight on a comeback, no. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get used to them tools, kids. So this Josecito shit, get you a little warmed up. The second fight, get you honed in, and then fighting Pacquiao the third fight, definitely. You'll be warm and he'll be fucking ridiculously warm with this Broner shit. You know what I'm saying? If you was to take him. If you was to take a Crawford, the third fight, Crawford would have to be the third fight. But since you're saying he's not really doing anything, why don't you give him the opportunity to do something and fight him after Josecito Lopez? See how you back yourself up into a corner? Because you can't actually come out now and tell me, because I'm putting it out there. Yeah, and I dig you, Thurman. I dig you. But you can't sit there and tell me that right now, even after Josecito Lopez fight, you will be prepared for Terrence Crawford after this inactivity. This is why you have to return to the one-time Keith Thurman that's very humble. Let these guys that are just, you know what I'm saying, out there and talking it, but their skills are, you know what I mean? And then when they run into crunk boxes and stuff like that, know what the fuck they're doing. You know, it's just ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous. You know, it's just ridiculous. You know, what I've learned about losing champions in this era is if you're a fight fan, a neo boxing fan, that is, not a fight fan, a neo boxing fan. If you're a neo boxing fan and you're a fighter and you know this, you can manipulate them so easily, right? And all you got to do is put something out there. You know, it's like a ripple. You know, it's like a ripple in a pond, and then it just creates. These guys could do this. Wilder's doing it. Look at these fucking dummies. I mean, there's so many more. Canelo, look at his fucking dummies, right? believing the fucking hype, believing fucking veils over their fucking sights. It is what it is. It is what it is. We know what it is. But these fighters, we're not gonna hold you to the standard you want to be held to, especially if you're not fighting correctly. You're not, you know what I mean? Like, look what happened with the Charlos. Look what happened with the Charlos. Yeah, they were fighting, yeah, of course. But my whole point is that when they fought somebody that had skill, had pedigree, they were tested and they needed help. So if you're a neo boxing fan, if the judges favor your boy, even though you know that your boy is getting away with a robbery, it's all good. You'll defend it. You'll defend it. You'll even put highlights out there of just your man touching that dude that he robbed, right? But if the judges actually do their job, like they did with Harrison, and call the fight the way they saw it, there's so many name calling, so many excuses. And then on top of that, if you put that on the fryer, right, and flip the fucking beef on the other side, now you got to deal with more bullshit cooking, more marination, because now you guys are talking shit about, oh, he's no good. These motherfuckers are no good. They're cheating judges, so you're using those judges to your advantage too. Think about it. You guys are two-faced. You guys, like I said, man, a lot of you guys are bugging out, and you know what I'm saying? You guys complain about boxing is dying, but and then when fighters like Harrison and Korbov and other fucking guys, man, when they come out and they give it their best and they fucking win, and we know, oh shit, he's fucking them up, then what happens after that? What happens after that, bro? You disrespected. Because you guys are so fucking used to being brainwashed by commentators and shit. But then you know what you should do? Watch that fight silently. Watch that fight with no volume, and you will see. You will see the difference, man. It's a lot of bias. So basically, what I'm saying here, fight fans, is, Keith Thurman has to go through the pressures that we put Tyson Fury under. He had to prove to us. And he did. So we held him up to where he wanted to be held up at. So now that's basically what we have to do with Keith Thurman. And any other fighter that's coming back from inactivity, expecting and bringing down other fighters, which is ridiculous. Otherwise than that, guys, have yourself a very, very Merry Christmas. I hope everybody gets what they want. Blessings, peace, and love to you and your family. And hopefully, man, I'll catch you soon. Otherwise than that, I'm Jay Cotto, your boy telling the truth within the sport of boxing. Hashtag come back to boxing. Hashtag the holy justice. Hashtag the red gloves. God bless. Stay vigilant. Peace.